Hello, welcome to Juniper Level Botanic Garden, the home of Plant Delights Nursery. We hold probably the world's largest collection of Lycoris, and I'm standing here amongst a small part of our stock blocks. The Lycoris, the old Lycoris radiata, I think was generally known as spider lilies, not to be confused with hymenocallis, which are also called spider lilies. The big Lycoris squamigera has many common names, including naked ladies, because they bloom this time of year without any foliage, so they're naked. Now, the Lycoris fall into two groups. Some of the species and hybrids, well, let me go back one step. They all bloom late summer, early fall. Now, the two groups differ in that some do not put up foliage until the spring, and the other group put up foliage about the time they're finished blooming, and so they have foliage all winter. That makes a really big difference as to which ones you can grow, especially in colder parts of the country. The ones that put up foliage this time of year and have it all winter long are fine in zone 7 and warmer, but in colder parts of the country, zone 6 and colder, the foliage of the ones that have foliage in the winter gets destroyed. And the foliage is what packs all the food into the bulbs, and so the bulbs starve without any foliage. Now, if you live in a colder part of the country, the ones that wait until spring to put up foliage will work for you. Lycoris squamigera, the big pink naked ladies, have been grown in gardens for generations, even as well into Canada, because generally if you can grow a daffodil, you can grow the naked ladies. And so this block, this whole side of the path, are all ones that bloom now, but wait until spring to put up foliage. So these can be grown in colder parts of the country. This is a really distinct one called peppermint. To my nose, it's actually fragrant. I was surprised because I don't think of Lycoris as having fragrance. There are only about 5 wild species of Lycoris, but there are many hybrids, both natural and man-made. And the hybrid known as jinzheniae come in lovely yellows and this sort of pastel blend. Lycoris longituba is a wild species. It can be white, it can be yellow, as you see here. It can be pinkish and pinkish blushed with blue. The Lycoris chinensis is a species. This is a wonderful tall one, and we're doing some breeding work. You might notice a few little tags hanging down from some of the flower stalks where we've made crosses, and one thing we're hoping for is more tall hybrids. Lycoris sprengeri is very variable. It's a wild species, typically pink, sort of flushed with blue towards the tip of the petals. I think at this stage where the buds are, magenta, bleeding into cobalt blue. Another wonderful, well, this is called Wellii, which are chinensis by, I think radiata, looks like radiata. And this one is another jinzheniae, Haysper Gold. This is a rather different selection of Lycoris chinensis. Sort of more normal height, not exceptionally tall, but very broad petals. I guess actually I should use tepals because they actually have 3 sepals and 3 petals, and they're all petal-like, so the term is tepals in that situation. Let's take a few steps over there because there's some real interesting ones. This is a really different one. The cultivars Orange Glow. It's a hybrid between 3 species. I love the red pigment in the flower stalk, the scape. That's really nice. And Lycoris makes superb cut flowers. You have almost a whole bouquet in one stem. Oh my, God, that's wild. This is another selection of sprengeri, bluebell, really emphasizing the blue in those petals. My goodness, that's making me smile. Pink Floyd was another sprengeri. It's still looking really good, but it was even better a couple days ago. And this blue one, this is blue pearl. You can see a number of the flowers are fading, but it was really gorgeous a couple days ago. Look how much the flower stalks change color as they age. That young one is more green, and then it turns purple, and then gets almost black purple. I mentioned the different colors of Lycoris longituba. Longituba is a wild species, and I thought they were just white, but you can see we saw some yellow ones, but then this one is blushed with sort of purple. It's one of the parents of squamigera. As you might guess, they look a lot like in flower size and height. So I hope I've inspired you to try some Lycoris in colder parts of the country. The Lycoris we visited today are all ones that do not put up foliage until spring, so they should be successful in the colder parts of the country. The range of colors is amazing. They're really easy of culture. If you can grow a daffodil, you can grow a Lycoris. They can be planted out in full sun areas, but they can also go in areas that are shady in the summer, and they'll make use of the sun when they have foliage in the spring. So thank you very much for your time today, and I hope to see you again in the garden.